Hello everyone, how are you? And welcome to another video. Today, by me, Beyond Astro K, I'm bringing you the Mars in Leo transit, which is happening from May the 20th to July the 10th. Now, I don't usually do a lot of like these types of transits, but you know what, to be honest with you, I only do it because it depends on how long the transits are. So I thought, yeah, let's do the Mars in Leo. I don't think I did. I may or may not have done Mars in Cancer. Actually, I did do Mars in Cancer. I did. But yeah, I'm sort of starting to do these types of planet transits because, you know, again, if they're long, I'll do it. And this is going to be for over 6 weeks, you know. So it's going to be from May the 20th to July the 10th. Now, Mars being in Leo. And also I want to say happy Mars return, who's born with Mars in Leo. I myself, I'm born in Mars in Leo. But it also does depend on the degree. So you could be like, if you're like born, if you got Mars in early degree, which is like 0 to 10, you are like July. That's like double Leo. Then you got mid degree, which is the Sagittarius, Jupiter. And then you got the last degree, which is Aries. So regardless, happy Mars return. You know, Mars being in Leo, it makes you very confident, proud, quite grand. The ego can be big, but it also is really great for your goals. Yes, we can be very direct in how we move and in terms of how we speak and in terms of our passions. It's not about being afraid to go for what you want. Mars in Leos, I'm not being biased, but they tend to be seen a lot. Even if they've got like water in their chart or earth, or, you know, if they've got like a chart that's pretty quiet or very stable, it will tend to stand out. Regardless, whenever you got like Leo in your chart, I've always believed, now speaking to my sisters about this, if you've got Leo in your chart, whether it's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus or Mars, especially, Venus, all of them, you're going to be seen. Yeah, and I've realized that as well, because certain people that you know, whether it's celebrities or people that you actually know, they've tended to have Leo in their chart. So yes, let's go back to this. So with this being with the energy of Mars, is like, you know, you're going for your goals, going for your dreams, drive, passion. And Mars rules the sex drive as well. So that could also be seen. The one good thing about Mars in Leo is that, you tend to rise to the top of your goals, because Leo is a fixed sign. It's a sign that sees things through to the end. It's very stubborn. It can awaken you being very competitive. So you do find, I remember Michael Jordan, he's Mars in Leo. You do find that these people are very competitive. They do lots of sports as well. And, you know, this is also to do with taking risks. I think regardless, you know, if you are fixed sign, you're going to be affected by this. You know, you're going to be affected. But I feel that all of us, in a way, will start seeing, like, you know, we've come from Cancer, Mars being in Cancer, which wasn't the best placement. But obviously you can, regardless if it is, you still can work with it. It's very emotional. So how we're emoting is not going to be, like, the best. But you try your best. But now, but it's the drive is for the family, through our emotions, but when it goes into Leo, it's more out there, like things that you didn't say or couldn't say, it's now going to be said. There could be more of a strength as well, and, you know, being center of attention, not being afraid to be center of attention. Yes, there can be lots of drama and arguments. Yeah, this is what can happen. I do find, and that people who have Mars in Leo, they can have a lot of they can have a lot of people following them, but they can also have a lot of, it's like jealousy, but it's mostly like envy. And that's only because, and it depends on how Mars in Leo is going about things. And also it depends on where your Mars is placed. So if you've got Mars in Leo and it's placed in like the first house, it's going to be bam out there. But if it's placed in like any of the cardinal houses, like the 1st, 7th, 10th, it's going to be out there. But if it's like in other houses, like water houses, are going to be very different. So remember, look where your Mars placement is and look where Leo is as well, because this is going to be very highlighted in your house chart. But yes, in general, like, you do see that when you got that, it can be very the people that can be, you could be very admired, you could be envied, there could be jealousy, there could be drama, there could be arguments. It's more of a case of, you know, you can't help but be seen, you know. So the one good thing also with this is that when we have, sorry about that, guys, yeah, when with this Mars transit happening, there's going to be I'm not going to say all of it, but there's like a big one that happens between the 20th and the 23rd of May. Mars, it opposes Pluto in Aquarius, and it also it squares Jupiter in Taurus. So this is a fixed T-square. The fixed T-squares are about when all like this, you know, like the elements, especially I call them like the family, when they all join up and they create like this square happening, because they all square each other. So even if it's like a water square, not a water square, like if it's a mutable square, it'll be like Gemini, Pisces, and, you know, Sagittarius. Those are squares. And fixed T-squares, they can be very, and it depends on how you feel and see it. When they all come together, it can cause lots of drama, disruption, chaos. But because it's fixed, it's like these things tend to stick. It could possibly go on for a long time. So when we have it opposing Pluto, Mars opposing Pluto, it brings lots of like our intense passions, you know, when we want our desires, also a form of control. We can go to extreme lengths in what we want. Also, you know, especially if you want to achieve something like to your highest potential, it could be very extreme. We could be very aggressive, over dominant. It can also, again, like I said, it can cause drama, a lot of drama, because of the determination and also the obsessiveness. And we could also be very competitive towards other people, and even it can be towards people that we are friends or family, people that we admire. It could be people at work, you know, and it can actually make us feel, this energy can actually bring a sense of ruthlessness. And even on a worldly stage, we can probably hear, like certain things will come out into the open. Yeah, with all the Pluto themes, with the obsession, jealousy, sexual things, and all of that. This can be about physical, like physical fighting as well. So just be mindful, because we may not be able to control how we are. You know, if we can't say it, we're going to be using, you could use the fist. Not saying you are, but this is just a general what could happen. Like aggression, anger. It could also be violence as well. And also, you know, if you're using this especially wrong, you could also see that, you know, someone's weak spot and play on that and really mess someone up. So this energy is really, it's like very intense, you know. Even if you want to be with someone, you can become very obsessed with them to the point that, you know, you can't think straight. So yes, be aware of that. And in a relationship too, there could be a heightened obsession that you could actually fall in love with your partner again, and start seeing things you never saw before and want to be around them all the time. And in the beginning it might be, yeah, it's cool, but after a while, like, what the hell's going on here? So this, you know, so on the sexual bit, it can be quite bad, very violent, especially stuff's coming out. If we use this in a good way, you know, we can use this in order to achieve our goals. We can use this in order to, instead of, because this is fixed, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this, and you end up doing it. You see it through. You can become obsessed with finishing. You can become obsessed with getting yourself fit, because Mars rules the physical body. You can obsess, you know, just getting yourself really healthy and fit, clearing out all like the dead wood, making sure things on point. Remember, Pluto is about transformation, so I feel that a lot of us can really transform ourselves, transform our body, transform our lives, transform our goals, transform our way of working and thinking. You know, so I feel that using this in the right way, you know, and this also can give us a lot of courage and determination to see, not only just see things through, but to go for what we want. You know, so obviously you heard the bad bit, but the other side is like, okay, I feel insecure, but you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to see it through. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to do that creative project. I'm going to, you know, start being more healthy, treating myself well. I'm going to start, you know, I'm going to start meeting up with people the time that said, very determined energy. Okay. And using that power and of the push of Pluto is like, you will see it through. So it's really up to us how we use that energy. When it squares Jupiter, which is a harsh one, because opposition to Pluto is quite harsh, but the square is harsher as well. So when it's Mars squares Jupiter in Taurus, because Jupiter goes into Taurus as I speak, this gives us, this is actually great to be, we basically, let's go back to the shadow side. We can act unrationally. We can do things with on a whim. We could overestimate, go for it. You see something, I'm gonna get it. And it's like, whoa, I didn't know. Or there could be accidents that could happen. We could, overestimate. We could, what's the other word I'm thinking? We could just do things in a hurry without thinking. We could try something new and not see the outcome. And with Jupiter rules like foresight, it rules like the future. So we may think that, oh, that could happen. And after when we just do it, and it's like, why didn't it turn out that way? But we didn't basically read the small print. Some of us could also spend too much money, gambling, being over generous. And if you know you haven't got you got bills to pay, but you're lending it to a friend. Whether that's good or bad, it really does depend, guys. Because nothing wrong with being generous, but even how we speak, we can come across too over the top, and it might be too much for people. It could also be too much for ourselves. Being very bold, being very preachy, being very like, no, listen to me, which again can cause drama and arguments. This is about really choosing your battles wisely. You don't want to choose it with the wrong person. You know, that's the shadow side. But on the good side, it's really great to be starting new projects. It's really great to be taking risks as well. The foresight will make us see, okay, if I stick to this, this could happen. If I actually see the outer side, oh, okay, let me see it. Let me try, you know. So even though we can be very impulsive with this energy, we can also, you know, try new things. Not going to be easy trying new things, because remember, this is fixed. But if we're thinking in a positive way, like, oh, let me just try it, you just never know. This can make us really bold, okay? And also, we'll feel very energized and very pumped up. I feel Mars square Jupiter also, especially because whenever I talk about fire signs, I always talk about the physical, because Leo, Aries and Sagittarius, they're very physical people, and they're the ones that do, I would say, they're very naturally athletic. But if they are into fitness, it serves them very well. Especially if they're working on like parts of their body, like Leo rules like the heart and the spine. Sagittarius rules like the hips, diatic nerve system, the legs, the thighs, and Aries rules like the head. And these, I'll talk about more, but if with this square to Jupiter, if we want to also look after ourselves physically or try something different for ourselves physically, this will also give us a great foresight to see, okay, let me try this type of workout. I've been doing this for so long, it's not actually working, it's actually hindering me. Let me try something, let me read up on something else. Okay, so I also see that happening, but also still we have to be very mindful, because we can just do things and we have a lot of losses as well. So that's like one of the major themes that could be happening, guys. When, like I was speaking about, what Leo rules, for this next, because this is like nearly 2 months this is happening for. So in terms of like health and fitness, I would say that in terms of like fitness wise, you could do like Leo is naturally a like I said before, the Mars in Leo, you're going to be seen, you want to be on point. So looking after, a lot of us may be changing up our hair, changing up our fashion, wearing a bit more bold, loud colors. I feel like, because Leo is the main, the main of the hair, I can see some of us doing more like being a bit more confident, should I say, being a lot more confident, a lot more, working, when you're working out, the colors are loud, reds, oranges, what else, and even like, just, wearing a bit more makeup, painting your nails more, being seen. Some of you may be just deciding that you just want to change something, and it's just like, oh, I didn't even know that I could do that. I actually don't want to be seen, but all of a sudden you're getting a lot of attention, So, yes. So I'm just, so when it comes to fitness, what type of fitness can Leo do? I would say that the good type of fitness for Leos, because like I said, it rules like the spine and the heart, the back especially too. So doing things like it could be like Pilates, yoga, power walking. Some of you may decide to run, those types of things. I mean, we also have to remember Leo is it's the king and queen of the zodiac. It's pretty much a regal sign. So doing these types of workouts, and this is just a general, guys, you don't have to. I'm just talking about on the terms of like what Leo rules in the body part. But yeah, when it comes to like how they're walking, how they're presenting themselves, it's very like, it's all about posture. It's all about, command of attention. And with that comes with, agility to the spine, and also with the posture, and that's to do with like the back. So doing those types of workouts, it's funny because I was actually thinking about yoga as well. I was thinking I actually don't do enough. And the fact that I, was looking at what types of exercise Leos can do, this is a perfect time to be doing it. So yes. And also, any other sports that you guys are interested in, why not? But also know that, this will definitely come with confidence, even like a dance class as well. And, but I would say like lots of, not forgetting to breathe, or we all, because we live in such like a fast-paced world, that we can all forget to do that. Not breathe, but like, you know, in terms of like slowing down, because this energy is very high. So just taking the breath, but also like using things productively too. When it comes to essential oils, what you could use, you know, guys, I love essential oils. I use frankincense nearly every day, which is good with grounding. It's good for hard working and creativity. It helps with concentration, boosting of memory in a way, but mostly to ground, because we're not going to find it easy to ground. Chamomile, which is great for sleeping. Lavender, you know, guys, I love lavender. Even geranium is good to, because we can, not necessarily all of us, but this energy is not a grounding energy, Mars in Leo. We can become very restless, which can make us feel that we're very anxious, and in a way that can happen. So things like geranium oil is really good. It helps boost us, it helps balance as well. And yeah, that's what we will definitely need. So yeah, these oils are pretty grounding. You know, they are grounded, but they're also very creative, and it also will help balance us, okay? So guys, that's my take on this Mars in Leo transit, and now let's get to the signs. So Leo, so Aries, sorry Leo, you're going to be coming. This is in your 5th house, which is the Leo house. And, you know, you're ruled by Mars. So wherever Mars goes, especially you in Scorpio, wherever Mars travels, you're going to feel it. Okay, so you're ruled by Mars. So this could also, and Mars also rules your 8th house. So this could see a lot of passion, possessiveness that's coming up with you when it comes to your goals. You know, 5th house is ruled by children. It's also ruled, you know, creativity, your love life, gambling, you know, fitness. We could probably see the most fittest of Aries coming up now. You know, more, I feel that a lot of you are going to be more stronger, more determined than ever. Especially when it comes to, you know, your goals. Definitely your goals. I can see, and also I feel, because this has come up to summertime, that a lot of Leos, a lot of Aries may be changing up, switching up their friendship groups. You know, this could be a multitude of things. It could be a case of that, you know, certain people are in your life, they are not your type of people. You know, whether their attitude has changed or even your attitude has changed. It could be a multitude of things, but you're changing up things in your life now, and you're determined to make things happen, especially in terms of creativity, in terms of like your passion, what you're passionate about. You know, there may be stuff that comes up with, if you've got children as well, they may be seen more, they may be shining more. Or you yourself, you know, you could be doing more stuff with your children, like doing rounders in the park, or getting, you know, bringing them into like your fitness, and, you know, just doing fun things. But even in dating, if any of you who are single, a lot of you definitely can be seen. It's a very, very powerful time for a lot of you guys, and anything that you guys feel that is hindering you, or you're very fearful in any way, if you need to pay off anything, if things are owed to you as well, you know, it can happen. You know, things will come back to you too. Be mindful of lending friends money. Just be mindful of that, because, you know, friends and money don't really mix. But still, you know, it's a great time for you, Aries. And the card that you have is self-love. These are numerology cards. So self-love, I don't think you're going to have any problems with that. It's a red card as well. So yeah, so I like I said before, I feel if there's any issues or any insecurities or any fears that come up, it's all about connecting to the heart, because that's what Leo rules, and constantly practicing self-love. You Aries, you don't necessarily do things for others anyway, but I feel that there's certain things that are going to be connected to your heart that you're going to have to be working on. So yeah, so practicing self-love. I'm not doing things just because it's going to shine, but doing things because you actually love it. Okay. Hello, Taurus. So Mars in Leo. You're going to feel this because, you know, you are Taurus. So especially if you're, regardless of what degree you are, you're going to feel this, especially when it squares Jupiter in your first, and after then it opposes Pluto, which is in your 10th. There's a lot going to be happening for a lot of you. So big time, big time. You know, Mars rules your 12th, and it also rules your 7th house. So what this could show is, because this is in your 4th house, what this can show is going to be, it's like a square triangle for you when it comes to like your home, your work, your routine, thing to do with yourself as well. Again, I feel some of you want changes in your life, but it's going to be very hard to come by. There can be drama and arguments in your relationship. There could be some stresses and strains when it comes to family. You know, you and your partner may or may not be on the same page about how you want the home to look. I feel a lot of you Taurians, you know, you're all about comfort and you're not feeling that comfortable. That's what I'm picking up. But, you know, luckily Jupiter's in your sign. It's going to be expanding your mind in a way that, you know, seeing things from a different point of view. I feel this is a great time to be really focusing on the great stuff and not the bad stuff that can come up. I feel a lot of you also going to be very concentrating on your career a lot as well. There could be changes that happen in your career which can upset the apple cart at home. So finding that balance is going to be key. I do feel that because Jupiter's in your sign, things will be a bit more better. But, you know, you've got that square coming up to Mars, which does, again, like I said, it does upset things. So finding that balance is going to be key. But I feel that if anything personally happens, you know, work, your career is really going to be helping you. So the card you got is parenting. So family is going to be calling big time. Whether you're going to be starting a family, because, you know, Jupiter in your sign, it is a lot of people can tend to get pregnant. Okay, especially if it's in your moon, or your rising sign, it can. But regardless, moon, sun, or rising, this can happen. So I feel that an addition may come which changes things in the family dynamics at home, because, you know, Mars is in your 4th house. So I feel if a lot of you do want more stuff to happen at home, whether it's redecorating or even moving, changing up something, breaking walls down to build, you want something done at your home, Leo, Taurus, it's because it may be definitely to do with pregnancy or definitely to do with your family in general. Like if you've got young kids, or you just got kids, or, you know, you just want things done. And this is a great time to be saying it and not just burying your head in the sand. So, and I feel some of you Tauruses may think, you know what, if you're not going to do it, I'm just going to do it. You know, you could call in the builders, or, you know, it's got that energy of, you know, if nothing's going to be done, I'm going to do it myself. Whether I get help, I have to pay for it. This is about a lot of it. You're going to be investing a lot in your home, whether you get help or whether you're going to do it yourself. So it can feel very for a lot of you Tauruses. But once again, luckily Jupiter's in your sign, because this will really help. Hello, Gemini. How are you? So this is a good one for you because Mars is in your 3rd house in Leo. And Mars traditionally rules your 6th house. So your 6th house is going to be activated. And so is your 11th house. So Mars is in your actual house, you know, your 3rd house. So expect to see a lot of you Geminis very chatty, gossipy, you know, meeting up with friends, changes in your neighborhood. You could be moving, talking more to your brothers and siblings, writing more, lots of communicating, whether it's through blogging, journalism. I definitely can see a lot of that happening. Especially when it comes to like your goals and your dreams and your aims, meeting up with different people. A lot of networking definitely can be happening. A lot of networking can be happening. So yes, But this is a time of organization. You could be spreading yourself very thin. You know, this is, you know, you Libra are really going to be benefiting from this. And, you know, the fire signs as well. But, you know, you're going to be, you know, doing a lot, which can make you spread yourself too thin. Especially when it comes to opportunities as well. So this is about organizing yourself. Doing something on Monday, finishing it, something Tuesday, that type of thing. Looking after yourself as well, looking after your mental self. Concentrating on like the end goal, but making sure that things are finished. This is, again, all the signs will be doing some physical fitness, more so like you as well, Gemini, because Scorpio rules your 6. So you as well could be like, you know what, I feel very, not anxious, but I feel very like excited, overexcited. What can I do to ground? So there's, you know, this is great for you to be doing some like grounding, exercising work. So the card you got is love. It's number 6 card, and the number 6 in the tarot is the Gemini lovers card. So, you know, it's going to feel like a triple whammy for you. There's certain things that will come into your life now that you may have to make a decision about. But it's also about what your passion is and what you love. Because again, Gemini, you are going to be, if you want to start a business, you could be starting multiple businesses. But they may just be for money, not necessarily for love. Even if it's someone that you like, you could be fall in love with many people, but you actually love them. Even friends as well. Okay, that's one of the reasons why it's so good that Mars rules your 6, because it can make you a bit more strategic. It can make you just slow down a bit more and just think about the long term instead of the now. So yeah, whatever comes up, because there's a lot going to be coming up, think about what is your heart is singing more than what could make money quickly, or, you know, think about things basically for the long term. Okay. Hello, my Cancer, how are you? So Mars is in your 2nd house. I feel a lot of you Cancers are very relieved that Mars has left your 1st. It may have been easy for some, but not easy for all. But now it's in your 2nd, which is about your money, your, you know, your self-worth. I feel a lot of you could be earning a lot more money now. It could be hiding it away, stashing away, but you know, it feels like financially you'll come more or less into your own. Mars also rules your 5th house, and it also rules your 10th house. So this is also highlighting your, you know, your creativity, children, your love life, your passions, but also your career, your status. I see a lot of Cancers changing. I can see there's going to be some changes that happen in your job because of basically having more money, and it's something that you're passionate about, something that is benefiting you in the long run, because it could be a sense of like the hours are better, and not only whether you're earning more money or you're earning just a stable amount, but the hours are helping as well. And it's also helping like your family, like, you know, you can pick up your kids, and you can have time to be creating something. Like if you've always done something creative and you left it at the back burner because work has taken over, you can sort of like get back to that because there's changes in the job. I feel that your status changes will just be beneficial to you. It's not going to be bad. Cancers, you're going to have a great year anyway. You know, with Jupiter helping you, Saturn helping you, this is probably one that's going to be like one of your best years. So really enjoy it. I feel that opportunities that do come in terms of like, I don't feel a lot of necessarily wanting to earn more. I just think whether you earn more, whether your money's stabilizing now, it's just going to benefit you in a great way. But I don't feel that a lot of Cancers will be working harder for it. I feel that it's a case of like you're owed it, and you know, this is what makes you happy. This is, you know, you can actually create certain things, but also you can have time with your family, and that's what a lot of you guys are looking for. So the card that you have is nature. So you in a way, I feel that a lot of you this is a time to ground yourself in nature, because again, I feel that And maybe because, you know, Mercury's not retrograde anymore. We're still in the shadow of it, but still, I think that if you've wanted changes, now you're going to be seeing them, but they can all come at once. And especially a lot of people could be offering you this amount and that amount of money. But, you know, you have to look at, is it going to benefit you? Because, you know, Cancers, you are very good at taking care of yourself as well. You know, you are. Is it benefiting you in the long run? Like, I feel that your hours is playing big time. So yeah, in terms of like your career, there's going to be big changes happening. So when it says nature, look at things in a logical way, I'll say, that can benefit you again in the long run. You could also be around nature, being in parks, you know, having time to think, because things can come at once. So yes, but card is basically saying to ground, to look at the small print. This is a green card, so it's very much talking about the money as well. So there's a lot to think about for a lot of you Cancers. Hello Leo, king and queens of the jungle. Now, Mars is in your sign for the next nearly 2 months. And Mars rules your 9th house, and it also rules your 4th house. We also have this T-square that is happening in your 7th and your 10th. Okay. And again, Pluto rules your 4th, and Jupiter rules your 5th. And it also rules your 8th house. So there's a lot going on for you with this Mars transit. Not only because it's in your sign, but, you know, there's going to be, you know, Leos, you're going to be shining regardless. You know, with Pluto being opposing you, it's going to be shining a light on you. But this will give you more oomph, more push, more drive for, you know, getting yourself on point. Yeah, you'll be changing up how you're looking, your clothes, because Mars comes every 2 years in your sign. Yeah. So, or every year, but regardless, when it does happen, that's when you feel like the energy shifting. So yes, so you're gonna be getting yourself more on point, being more, you know, more creative. I think you're gonna definitely be learning a lot more. Yeah, definitely higher learning. You'll be striving for the best. You know, this is definitely to do with family. So there could be, in addition to the family, you'll be changing up your home life, moving, renovating, redecorating. Yes, Mars can cause drama and arguments within your, you know, not just within yourself, but your family, your friendships. But, you know, your confidence is booming. You know, there's a big boom happening for you. We're also seeing with the square when it comes to your relationships and career. So it also feels like some of you Leos could be going rogue. Not in a bad way, but just, you know, there's certain things that you want to do. And if there's certain people that don't want to be with you, you're just going to be doing it by yourself. There's certain changes you want to make in your job. You can go too far. You can, you know, there's a sense of like there's boredom. So I'm going to just switch it up. I'm going to change it up without thinking. And that could be to do with relationships as well. You may want to, how can I put this? Yeah, you may want to just, you know, just change for change's sake, you know, but it's not like you're doing it like in a Uranian way. It's just like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But there might be some implications like, you know, not talking to your partner or, you know, not letting your boss know you're taking time off type of thing. So some of you Leos, you know, you're looking at your whole situation, you're looking at yourself, you're looking at things differently and thinking there's change that needs to happen. And obviously with the squares happening, this can make you do it very quickly, can make you feel very obsessed. There definitely could be obsession with your career, change of career. And some of you may be feeling very ambitious as well, where you want to climb the career ladder and, you know, if anyone else, I'm just going to go for it. You know, on the shadow side, some of you Leos can be goal orientated, climbing over people, and, you know, just to get that position. I'm getting that promotion as well. That's the shadow side. On the other side, it's like you can use that passion to change your career or work really hard in achieving your goals. In this also does include if you Leos want to, whether you're working for yourself, yeah, you know, whether you're working for yourself or even, you know, even when it comes to relationships as well, you may want to, there's things that you could be doing without your partner knowing, and yeah, there's just a lot of things that are going to be happening, and some of it is not thought through. So just be mindful of that. The card you got is creativity. It's number 3 card. Number 3 in the tarot is the Empress. So you are definitely going to be concentrating very much on creativity, your goals, your dreams, your aims, things that are definitely close to your heart, your passion projects. Again, what I talked about with your career, the ambition that you have for your creativity, you're going to go hard. It's not about this go hard, go home. That's old school. It's about pushing yourself not to your limits, working with your energy, because you can burn yourself out. This also does, I feel this is a lot to do also with your relationships as well. You can get, if it's a bit stale and stagnated, you can get very creative, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you could shock your partner, but you can get very creative, have a bit more fun, you know, could be dressing up, could be going out more, you know, but obviously making sure your partner, because the opposition to Pluto, it can make this be making you very determined to be creative, be having fun. And if you know your partner, it's just too much for them, you know, so just like, you know what, just keep this hour free for tomorrow, that type of thing. But yeah, all in all, Leo, big time for you. Hello Virgo, how are you? So Mars is in your 12th house. This is a house of peace, relaxation, quietness. You know, before Mars goes into your first house, this is the time to really take things within. The drive will be to do with doing any projects, doing something passionate, but behind the scenes, working with your energy, being relaxed or trying to relax. You Virgos love to be busy, so some of you may really enjoy this. Mars also rules your 8th and it rules your 3rd. So some of you Virgos are going to be very, there's going to be like this more like disciplined into sorting out any drama or stress or strife to do with your finances. You know, you may want to actually be alone. This is saying that some of you Virgos will feel that, you know, this is the time to sort out any paperwork, getting a bit organized, but doing it when you have that downtime. And some of you may have a lot of that downtime. You know, Mars ruling your 3rd is giving you this very strong-mindedness. And, you know, even how I feel some of you won't be afraid to say how you feel, you know, so that you are heard. Like, I want to be alone. I need to do this by myself. I need to do that. I need to do this. This is great because this can bring up certain anxieties and some fears to do with past thoughts, you know, your money, fears to do with certain people, could be a relationship as well, things to do with the past. So, and it could be an obsession. This could be a big obsession that things just keep coming up. So just try and concentrate on the things that are important. Yoga, meditation will really help you because everyone's going to be doing a type of fitness. But I think for you, because it's in your 12th, go to that Pisces realm of meditating, reading as well. It's great to be writing down your thoughts, writing down your fears, burning them in the paper, getting to know yourself on a more of a spiritual way. So the card you got is financial discipline. And, you know, Mars also rules your 8th. So this is about other people's money, your money. So when I said concentrate on the important things, the 12th house is never an easy house. It can make you daydream, not get things done, but there's going to be things that are going to be calling to you. So definitely could be, you know, money, debts, loans, inheritances. These are going to be important, so you could be sorting these out on the down low. Anything that is obsessive, you're worrying about, that's great to be doing, you know, the whole meditation and yoga thing. So when it says also financial discipline, is that some of you may not, you know, some of you may not be spending a lot, you know, because you're busy paying off things, we're busy sorting things out. So you can be very strict, very disciplined, but also it is a time of resting as well, because your energy may not be high. Okay. Libra. So Libra, Mars in Leo is in your 11th house. You're going to be feeling this. You're going to be enjoying this. Yeah, really much enjoying this. Mars also rules your 2nd. And it also rules your 7th. Okay, so this is like relationships. Some of you Librans may, especially if you're single, could find, you know, you could find love in a group or a friendship. But some of you could also be getting to be around more people of importance. You could be definitely networking. This will give you this strong energy of networking with people. You know, so it has to do with partnerships. So if any of you Leos are, you know, you guys are, you know, Saturn's in your 6th, but also you got Pluto in your 5th. So goals are changing. So this is great to be associating yourself with people, maybe of a higher standing. You could be definitely signing new contracts. You could also be aligning yourself with important partnerships as well, which actually does help when it comes to money. It's, you know, if you guys want to like sort out your finances in some shape or form, you know, this could be within a group setting. It could be someone who knows someone who knows someone. But your relationships can change. Like I think the group dynamics could change. You could become that leader of the group. And yeah, I feel this is great. I feel this is very great for a lot of you. You guys may be very busy over the summertime with lots of networking and, you know, being around people that are really like-minded. And if you are going to be doing any project within the group, it can bring in money too, which actually helps boost your self-esteem. And it also helps with you having a new partnership, something that is very beneficial in the long run, not just to you, but to others too. So the card you've got is environment. So this is showing me that your environment could be changing, like the group dynamics, the group environment could be changing. If you are around certain people that are very chaotic, you may want to be around something different, a bit more calmer. Environment is also to do with like nature, the earth. So seeking peace and quiet in a different environment is key. Environment card is quite ambiguous, but yes, but I do pick up your environment is changing, Librans, or you may definitely be seeking a different type of environment, a different type of working life, different type of group, different type of partnership. You know, like this, it's almost saying like the environment has to be quite serene, quite sane, because you are going to be very busy. Friends will come and go, but there's be new people coming in, and it will definitely shift the environment in some way. Okay, so very, very busy time for a lot of you Librans. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? So, Scorpio, This you're going to be feeling, all Scorpions, because this is in your 10th house. So this is, you know, you're ruled by Pluto, you're ruled by, you know, co-ruled by Mars. And Mars also rules your 6th house. So this is showing about your career, especially the square that is happening in your 7th and the opposition in your 4th. You know, this again, this T square is with your home and your routines is going to be changing. So if we go for the first one, which is to do with your career, I feel a lot of you are going to be, you know, the drive is going to be on career. Drive is going to be on the goals, status, promotions. Whenever I say promotion, I always think of demotions, but that could happen too. But there's going to be some changes that happen in your career. Do the boss, your status, your job status, new contracts, business. This could also be you seeing, there could be some clashes that happen there as well. Also with, you know, bosses, father figures. There may be some more work put on you as well, especially if your job positions change. So it's about you getting really organized. Some of you may feel that you might have to stay late. You may want to work from home more, you know. Especially if you're always in the office and you've got a family, you may want to work at home more, but you may not get the peace that you need to be getting the job done. Any of you Scorpions that are very ambitious, which I'm sure a lot of you are, know that what you want, there's more that's going to come as well. Okay, so sometimes your boss may want you in the office all the time, and you're thinking, no, I want to be home. So that can definitely cause a clash of the Titans. And with the square happening to your 7th house, this can bring obsessions and drama in a relationship, like your wants and their wants. You know, communication may be off. Some of you may become a bit more, because you're ruled by Pluto. Yeah, because you're ruled by Pluto, this could make you more intense, more than ever. Okay, so just be mindful of that. But also with the square to Jupiter in your 7th, there's going to be some, you know, your partner may want to do something different. Yeah, and you may be very fixated on how things should be. So this can be a clash of battles of the wills, you know, or even you yourself may decide that let's just make this change without your partner knowing, which can actually shock them. So you may find this quite rough, this transit, because, you know, your career is singing, but there's other stuff coming to do with your, you know, relationships and your family and your home working life. So the card you got is rebirth. So there's going to be this card, this is 16, which is the Tower card. So it feels that everything you've built yourself up to, there may be a swift change, a clean sweep, what they say in Jamaica. Again, I feel that the changes that come in your career is going to be can be very chaotic. It could change, it could swap the balance, it could swap the shift. But in all areas of your life, there's the rebirth card is about, you know, well, nothing is really set in stone. So just be, not just be open, but just know that there's changes that will come and there's nothing you can actually do to control the situation. Also, there's things that you want, Scorpions, that may not come. So, you know, it's always really best try to have like this plan B action happening. But yes, a lot of changes happening. It's very much across the board for you, especially if those squares happening in your 4th house, the oppositions in your 4th and the square in your 7th house. Try and, you know, take time out for yourself, Scorpio, you know, because some of this can make you feel, because of the whole changes that are happening, and there will be a lot, it can make you feel more obsessive, jealous, and possessive. So you have to really watch out for that, because you don't want to lose too much, especially if things are really personal to you. Changes that come, it's going to be for the best. It just had to happen in order for like rebirth to begin. Okay. Hello, Saggies. So you're really going to be enjoying this, because the Mars in Leo is in your ninth, and you're ruled by the ninth. This is your house. Like Gemini, it's like, yeah. Mars also rules your fifth house, and it rules your 12th. So what this can bring is you being much more spiritually aligned, doing more learning, and it definitely could be on the spiritual basis, but on the creative basis. Again, there's loads of stuff happening when it comes to creativity, children for you. I feel you're gonna really enjoy this. You're really gonna be very happy, really more positive instead of negative. The squares and the oppositions are going to be happening to everyone. So yes, there can be a little bit of drama when it comes to, how you're communicating. You could be saying things on a whim, which can upset people, because you're ruled by Jupiter, so you may have to really tamper what you're saying. The oppositions in your sixth house is showing that, it's about being organized. There may be a lot of things that a lot of courses you want to do, and it's about picking the most important ones. And also, there can just be a lot going on for a lot of you Sagittarians. And yeah, but I do, again, like, a lot of you are going to be extremely busy, and you're going to be like running here, there and everywhere. This is a time where a lot of you Sagittarians, again, can see a lot of possibilities that are coming forth. And I feel these possibilities are going to be because you are, seeing outside the box. Especially with it ruling your fifth, and also it ruling your 12th house as well. This can make some of you very, very psychic. Your psychic ability can be very high. And the spiritual aspect to this is, I can see some of you, if you are going to be, because again, a lot of you are going to be working out, getting fit and healthy. I can see a lot of you probably going down to that yoga route, this yoga, meditation. Want to be getting in touch with that spiritual side, listening to that voice within. But yes, very much a creative time too. So the card you got is adventure. So there's a lot of adventures happening, a lot of adventurous time. You're gonna be, it's gonna be such a busy summertime for a lot of you Sagittarians that you don't want it to end. I can see also some of you being around people that are from, again, different creeds and cultures, talking a lot, Zoom calls, some of you could be doing multiple languages, and if you're getting like a personal trainer, they could be from another culture. All of these things, I can see a lot of you learning more than you actually really envisioned. I can also see trekking, so there could be a lot of hiking going on. Going to like a different country if you're lucky to. So yeah, big adventure that's happening for a lot of you Sagittarius. I can't even find anything really negative. Not that I want to, but whenever a fire sign is highlighted for you Sagittarius, it's like go, 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 go. Obviously take time out for yourself as well, but such a fantastic time for a lot of you Saggies. Capricorn, how are you? So we have the Mars in Leo in your 8th house. And this is a house which is very, intense, very emotional. Mars rules your 4th, and it also rules your 11th, which helps ease things up a bit. But still, the drive and energy is to look at your joint finances, paying off debts, loans. This is a time of transformation. And all the earth signs and the water signs are going to be things that are going to be more inwardly. Okay, so I can see some of you doing some, some shadow work, a lot of shadow work. Obviously, Jupiter being in your 5th house does help a little bit. There is going to be that opposition, there's going to be that square to your 5th, which can bring some, of course, it can bring a little bit of drama when it comes to, your wants, your needs in terms of your fun and creativity. And then we have the square, we have the opposition to Pluto in your 2nd, which can also see you, because this is about money, resources, your self-worth. And it can bring this obsession with you when it comes to like your earning potential. So obviously that's something to be mindful of. But still, I feel that a lot of you Capricorns have this need and this urge to, I'm picking up, do things by myself. And especially if things are not really going your way, it's like, I'll just do it by myself. I don't need you. I don't need your help. But what this can bring is like loneliness. It can make you feel that, this could be an obsession for you to just do things, not without thinking, but just, shutting everyone else out so you can figure things out. The 8th house is about transformation. So there'll be some heavily transformation times that happen within the home. Whether you're investing more in the home, investing in your relationships, but also to do with like your friendships too. Because I feel a lot of you may want to be more or less by yourself to work on stuff inside. Friends may take a bit of a backburner, but I feel that friends can actually help you with this, this Mars in Leo transit. They can actually come to your aid. If you're in a bind when it comes to like your money, they could help, as long as you're asking for that help. But all in all, some of these stuff may be coming from the past, maybe past stuff coming up. That's something to do with like your parents, something to do with like childhood. So you may want to be taking more of a control and the reins when it comes to your finances. So the card that you have, Capricorn, is synchronicity. So there's things that are coming. So there's things that are basically adding up for you. There's a lot of stuff that's adding up. And I feel that it's time for you to look at it properly on a deep psychological sense. 8th house is definitely to do with the psychological transformation, but also working through things, building it up to diminish, to, rise like the phoenix. You can have this sort of deja vu moment, Capricorn, that can actually shock you. But like I said, a lot of it is to do with like childhood. It could be trauma. It could also be fears that you don't want things to happen again. So when it says synchronicity, things are coming coming into, not necessarily balance, but there's things that are coming up for you to look at on a deeper level. Don't be afraid to talk to someone as well. Some of you may be driven to actually talk to someone like, I'm going to have therapy now. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do that now. These things scare me, but I'm just going to do it. I feel fearless. I'm determined to sort my stuff out. I don't want the past coming up at me all the time. I don't want me fearing I've got less money. And, I feel some of you may do that as well. So you're going to be very much transformed during this time. Hello, Aquarius. So all of you Aquarians will be feeling this. So this Mars in Leo. It's in your 7th house. And this big, that's opposition is in your 7th house as well. And also you've got the square in your 4th. Mars rules your 3rd, and it also rules your 10th. So there's a big, all the fixed signs are going to be, everyone's going to be feeling the squares, but all the fixed signs will be feeling this full circle thing because it's a square triangle. So Aquarius, let's sit down, let's talk about this. So your career is highlighted, your relationships highlighted. On one hand, it can make a lot of you like switch things up in a relationship, have a bit more fun, go on adventures, I don't know, go hiking, discover new things. But on the other hand, it can cause some like power battles of the wills. Like you want to go here, they want to go there, and you know, this could be about commitment. This could be about change. You know, this could be about something to do with like your home. And this is also to do with like your career. There's gonna be a lot of changes in everyone's career, especially the fixed signs. And you know, this is showing that there may be changes in the home. There may be changes in your career that's concerning the home. So it's like a case of, you know, you're talking to your partner or your family about, we need to do this, we need to do that because my career is taking off. And it's just like, no, but we're happy here. And it's about trying to have a compromise. And compromise is never easy, you know, especially if you're fixed, if your partner's fixed, well, even if your children are fixed. Everyone wants what's best for themselves in a way. So compromise is going to be key. Communication, honest, open communication is key too. And with that, the opposition in your 7th house as well, this definitely brings power wills, power battles. This again, it can be a bit of obsession. Like you may want your relationship to go a certain way, or even when it comes to signing any contracts, or it comes to your business and partnerships. You know, on the shadow side, you may gung-ho in getting something you really want, and it doesn't turn out that way. 7th has also to do with open enemies. So you may be determined to find out who's trying to sabotage you, or you could be sabotaging yourself. You could be thinking something is wrong and something is not. It can bring actual paranoia. The opposition to your 4th house, with Jupiter in your 4th, can see you wanting to change something in your house, and it doesn't flow that way because nothing's thought about. If you want to break like some walls down, next thing you know, the whole house comes tumbling down as well. These things have to be really thought out. Also, if you may discover stuff in your family as well, and you may jump to conclusions, which actually is, you know, it turns out it's the wrong way. It could be something to do with your parents. So you may find this, again, all of you fixed signs, in one way you're going to find it great, but on the other hand, it may find it quite, it could be traumatizing, but it could also be just stressful, you know. Even like your career, even your job and bosses, you know, you may want a lot of peace, but they may be putting a lot more things on you. So there's a lot going to be on you. So it's no wonder a lot of Aquarius just want to be by yourself. You want peace. You want to be surrounding yourself with like your friends more, because home and family life is just like, ah. So the card you got is healing. Someone else got this card as well. So there's some healing to be done when it comes to your relationship. If you guys are not on the same page, this is the time to really communicate and talk. This is the time of healing as well when it comes to your career. If something didn't go the way you wanted it, or is a loss, or there's like a promotion, or something didn't go the way you wanted it to go, it's time to heal it or even change it. But yeah, obviously this is definitely about your career, your relationships, but obviously, you know, even what you're saying as well, you could be wanting to heal yourself by what you're thinking, because you could be thinking the worst, but actually it can go great. With Mars ruling your 3rd as well, how you communicate may be very, not shouty, but very blunt, which can upset things in a relationship. Your partner might take it the wrong way. So healing all around that's happening. Healing mind, body and soul, your relationships, your job life. A very, very busy time for a lot of you Aquarians. And my fishes, how are you Pisces? So Pisces, Mars is in your 6th house. Mars rules your 2nd, and it also rules your 9th. So, you know, you guys are trying to get healthy. trying to work out your routines. What Mars could do for a lot of you is, I feel, is that, you know, because I think maybe, and also I do feel it's because Saturn's in your sign. Saturn rules is in your, especially, you know, your sun, moon, or rising, doesn't matter. It's going to be about your physical body. And with Leo ruling your, you know, how you working out, and when it comes to you getting organized, and if you put Saturn involved, it's just like, you know, if you didn't really, and it really does depend, Pisces, because Saturn, it goes through the decans. So like the second decan, the third last decan, you're not going to feel it. You're going to be in your 12th house. But still, you're all going to feel this. So I feel that, especially if you're your second or your 12th house, if you're second and third house decan Pisces, and you're still in your 12th house, I feel that you're going to be, a lot of you are going to be getting more, wanting to be getting more, taking care of yourself more. And this is doing it in a very creative way. So if some of you can't afford the gym, you know, because gyms are very, very expensive. I feel that, you know, some of you Pisces got this, like, you know, your mind is like, you know what, although I would like to go gym, I think that working out from home is like the way forward, which is going to be happening anyway for everyone. Virtual gyms are going to be a thing. It's not going to be in the actual gym. It's going to be like virtual gyms. So I feel some of you will definitely invest, because the second house, Mars rules your second, is about, you know, your self-worth. So I feel a lot of you will invest more in, you know, what you're eating, invest more in paper, you know, taking care of like paperwork. There's going to be changes in your job as well. I feel some of you also going to be working on ways to, you know, maybe enjoy your job more, putting a little bit more of a creative spin. Working on creative projects, passion projects. If you are working a normal job, you're going to be getting down to that creativity side as well. And I feel it's about time too. It's not easy because Saturn does restrict, but, you know, you guys are thinking, you know what, there's this thing of looking to the future happening. And maybe because Jupiter's in your third, it's seen, you know, it's time to get down to work. So I feel a lot of you will be, you know, having that come home from work. I don't know if you've got a big family, tending to that, but afterwards it's like getting down to writing, getting down to drawing, poetry, getting down to your creative things that you're going to be working for in the long run. Okay. And when it comes to I feel that in your job life, I feel that some of you are seeking to work less as well, because your creativity is taking more of a stand. And this does also rule, and also it's to do with your physical self, like your mind, body, and soul. I can see some of you lifting weights more. It could be kettlebells, it could be like dumbbells, eating, it could be eating less portions, eating more vegetables, all of that, you know, doing cardio. I feel that it is saying that whatever you did before is going to be changing. You know, so if you're a cardio person, you might start doing weights, and you're going to start doing yoga. There's going to be changes, but it's going to be very creative. It's going to be something you're looking forward to. Okay. And not forgetting the spiritual aspects as well. But yes, there are changes happening, and I feel that if you're going to invest in anything, whether it's especially for your job or your work life or your creativity, it's for, you know, the long haul. The card you got is a spirituality card. So you're listening to yourself, you're listening to your body, you're listening to things around you. You know there are changes coming. You are ready to make these changes. I feel that a lot of you are seeing changes happening at work. I see some of you may not be happy at work, so you are willing to make these changes. I feel that another thing, because, you know, the Jupiter retrograde was in your third house, I feel some of you Pisces probably actually look for jobs and probably didn't hear back, and now you are. So you're going to have a lot of like, okay, which one do I go to? But, you know, this has to work for you in terms of like the hours. Yes, it's the pay as well, obviously, but it's the hours have to suit you so that you can do things that will help your routines. So yeah, you are, the spiritual card is saying really listen to yourself, really get in touch with your spirituality, continue doing your yoga, continue doing your meditation, because it will help with all what's going to be going on. Okay, so guys, that was the Leo, Mars in Leo for all the signs and my thoughts on it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to also leave messages. Thank you for my new subscribers. And, you know, let me know how this Mars in Leo helped you. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.